Hey, what's going on, everyone? How you guys doing today? My name is Matt Jarbo. This is Three Buck Theater, and coming up on the horizon, I would argue probably the first real big movie of the year, like Bad Boys 3, notwithstanding, because at this point, I don't think anyone expected it to, for one, be as good as it was, and two, to do as well as it did. So that is currently the bona fide first biggest film of 2020. And the next one coming up, obviously, is going to be Birds of Prey. I think this movie is going to set the tone for DC going forward. I do. I think this is going to set the tone for what DC has in store for the future. Even though I'm not necessarily like the biggest fan of everything that DC is doing, I don't like the idea of moving away from what they've created, what they've accomplished with the DCEU thus far. I totally understand that we are seeing ourselves in a situation where they do want to change, and they obviously want to change because they want to get better reviews and they want to make more money, and they want to be more lighthearted and be more fun. And that's what I think Birds of Prey is going to be. It does look like a lot of fun. The first trailer didn't wow me. The second trailer wowed me. And I talked to a friend of mine who saw the movie the other night at an LA fan screening, and he came away very pleased with the film, said the marketing doesn't do it justice. But then I asked him, and this is what's been going around today, is there an embargo on the movie? Like, when can you talk about it? And he's like, oh, the week the movie comes out. He's like, yeah, there's absolutely an embargo on it. There was a fan screening in Mexico City, a fan screening in LA, and everyone is pretty much just kind of boiled down to having this embargo. Now, people out there are asking the question about the embargo, and they're treating it as kind of a hint that things might be a bit on the negative side. So John Campea this morning put out his show, Harley Quinn reviews banned till day before opening, and he is obviously implying that to mean that this movie is bad. He's obviously trying to play that angle. That is the perception of which he's putting out there. And I find it to be interesting because his follow-up video on that, where the segment was more about the Joker, about there being potential spoilers for the Joker, and I don't know, I haven't heard anything about that. I asked my friend, was there a post-credit scene in the movie? Did you see something? He's like, no. He's like, he didn't say till the end, but he didn't hear anything about it. So, and other people who went to different events are saying that they didn't hear anything about the a post-credit scene, but that's not uncommon. That's not uncommon at all, because in Avengers back in 2012, when they did the first press screenings for it, it omitted the first or the post credit stinger, the post credit stinger of everybody sitting around and eating shawarma. That was a last minute shot added in by Joss Whedon, very last minute, right before the release of the movie, and that wasn't involved in press screenings, and so they wanted to keep it out because of spoilers, and that was more of just a fun joke. But in this particular case, it could be because the spoiler at the end, the post-credit tease could be something super, super fascinating. Now, this comes out of the DCEULeaks subreddit, and this was posted earlier today. Unconfirmed rumor, unconfirmed as to the ending. So this is what it says. This is the post-credit scene, the alleged post-credit scene. Now, Harley gets captured by Green Arrow. You never see his face. He asks her where Black Canary is, but Harley doesn't know because after what happened in Birds of Prey, they've gone separate ways. Then Amanda Waller appears and tells Harley that she was looking for her and that she has a new mission for her in the squad. Harley tries to run, but Green Arrow shoots her with some kind of poisoned arrow, and she falls asleep. Now, obviously, when we look at this and we think, okay, 2021 Suicide Squad is going to be coming out. This is a soft reboot, but it's going to still relatively be a sequel. And it's currently, I think, either filming or it's getting very close to wrapping up production. Having Birds of Prey tie into Suicide Squad in regards to the Stinger makes more sense than having it tie in to Wonder Woman. Now, we know that Warner's wants to move away a little bit from connected universes and have it be more kind of, standalone stuff here and there, but Birds of Prey, Suicide Squad, they do go hand in hand, right? They do go very much hand in hand, and it would make a lot of sense that the two would be connected, considering that Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn makes the appearance in Suicide Squad. We know she's in the movie, so having it together is an idea. Now, there is a little bit of pushback on this particular leak coming in from Jeremy Conrad here over on Twitter, saying there's a thing about a Batman mid-credit scene in Birds of Prey being spread around that originated on the RDCEU leaks on Reddit. People who saw the fan screening in LA and then Mexico City have said there was no mid-credit scene in the movie that they were shown. So I haven't heard anything about the Batman one. I did check the DCEU subreddit, the leak subreddit, to see if there was anything Batman related. No, we know about Green Arrow, so maybe it's possible that Jeremy here just got it wrong. Wouldn't be surprising considering some of his scoops have been woefully wrong. You know, he's a scoopster who gets about as much right as I think anybody else. So it is what it is. But you know, he's got an in apparently. But I don't know. I don't think the embargo is because of the movie being bad. And that's the other side of it too. Maybe I should have led with that, but that's on the other side of it, where you have a lot of people that are trying to make the case, oh, review embargo equal bad, review embargo equal this. No, there are spoilers. There are spoilers, and so obviously the review embargo was there to protect the fans who don't want to be spoiled. Because look at what happened when Star Wars had its review embargo. I was in LA, I saw the movie, I could do my social media reactions, but I had to wait until midnight to be able to release my review because they wanted to make sure that people weren't getting spoiled too much ahead of time if they didn't want to. Never mind the fact that spoiler reviews dropped left and right, and it was already out there if you wanted to find it. So it is what it is. But there's been, talked to one person who's seen the movie now who enjoyed it. I talked to another person who had a friend of theirs who saw it a while back. There was like an earlier screening that they showed, and he came away saying it was really, really, really good. And the fan reaction to it has been pretty high in social media, those who saw it. So what we're getting here is a movie that is probably going to do quite well. Now, it is R-rated, and that could keep away families, that could keep away some people, but I don't think it's going to. I don't know if the movie's going to pull in $1 billion. I don't think so, but I do think it has the potential to do better than Suicide Squad, considering the fact that Harley Quinn was basically the main reason why Suicide Squad was successful. That was her and Will Smith definitely sold that movie to a lot of people. But a lot of the demographics coming off of who went to go see Suicide Squad in 2016 were young women. Young women kept that movie going to the tune of, I think, $760 some odd million. It made a lot of money. It made more money than Justice League did, which came out a little over a year later. You know, not as much as Batman v Superman. And I think it was ultimately kind of hurt by Batman v Superman, if I'm being honest with you. But look, when you look at Birds of Prey and what it's going to be, the leaks apparently are true. From what I've read from a person who saw it and kind of pseudo reviewed it, and that's fine. The leaks, again, in context, it's always going to be better. Without context, you never quite know. And that the movie is a lot of fun. And I think that's what people want. People want fun. When you think of DCEU films, you generally don't tend to think about the word fun, right? Now in 2019, absolutely, with Aquaman ended 2018, but you know, you could figure Aquaman and Shazam were both very fun. And those movies, well, Aquaman did well. Shazam unfortunately got screwed over by, I think, Captain Marvel being in the middle between that and Endgame, but whatever. And but it was fun. It was a lot of fun. Fun film. And this looks like it's going to be a fun movie. And Wonder Woman looks like it's going to be a fun movie. And DC is moving towards fun. And I think that's going to be very much reciprocated in the box office because Marvel is not the only studio in town that can do fun. It looks like at least DC is looking to also go somewhat edgy, which is something that Marvel won't do. And I'm kind of, at this point now, more on the line of wanting to see what DC comes up with rather than Marvel. With Marvel, I've been a fan for years, and I'm 100% involved in it, and I will always be in it. But when it comes to getting super excited, I'm now finding myself getting more hyped up for DC films, simply because they're going to try something new, and I really want to see what that is. Kind of like how James Gunn brought that energy to Marvel, really kind of upped the energy, and Taika Waititi doubled on that with Thor Ragnarok. Give me more things like that. Keep it fresh, keep it interesting. And that's why I think there's a review embargo for Birds of Prey. It's not that they're worried about it being positive word of mouth. I don't think that's going to be a problem, but I think there's a lot going on with spoilers leading into Suicide Squad and potentially the Joker that are going to make it quite a bit of fun. Anyway, your thoughts, your opinions, let me know down in the comments below. I will talk to you guys later. If you made it this far, do me a solid and type Harley into the comments so I know. And like and subscribe and all that jazz. And if you guys want to get in on the action, the Discord link is in the video description. Have yourself a good day. Have yourself a good day, everybody, and peace out. Hey, thank you very much for watching the video. If you want to keep the conversation going, and if you made it this far, you clearly do, come on in and join the Discord. Link is in the video description. Can't wait to see you there. Have yourself a great day, and peace out.